Now, in the second part of our video lecture, we turn to the figurative or metaphorical elements of short fiction, which are far more numerous than the two we'll discuss here, but for the purposes of this course, I'd like to focus your attention on theme and symbol. The word metaphorical refers to figurative speech, which in turn means one thing representing another. You probably recognize in metaphorical the word metaphor. A metaphor is a comparison between two things. A symbol is then a kind of metaphor. It's a thing that represents another thing, but it's not so much a comparison as a representation. A symbol is a person, place, or thing that expresses more than its literal meaning. A throne, for example, or a crown. What do these represent? Power. Thrones and crowns, then, are symbols. Notice how this works. The symbol itself is a concrete thing, an object you can touch, a crown. You can put it on your head. What it represents, in this case, power, is an abstract concept, an idea. You can't touch power, but you can touch a crown. You can sit in a throne. You can't sit in power. So, at this point, you may be wondering, what's the point of a symbol? Why don't writers just tell us what they want us to understand? Why dress up ideas in symbols? Well, the simple answer is that symbols are more memorable than the ideas because they are concrete. Let's put it this way. What's more interesting? A thing you can touch and feel, or a thing you can think about? Frankly, it's not fair of us to question why writers don't just say what they mean. When a writer uses metaphorical language, she is, in fact, saying what she means. Because what she means is to engage our imaginations, and the imagination is very much a figurative and not a literal space. Finally, we come to theme. The theme of a short story is its controlling idea or insight, its larger meaning. A theme is always expressed in a statement, not as a simple word or phrase. Power is not a theme. What do we need to do to this abstract concept to make it a theme? Add a verb. What does power do? Power corrupts. Now that's a theme. In fact, a theme almost as old as fiction itself. Please note also that a theme is not a moral. To say a story has a moral implies that the story is trying to be didactic, to teach us something. Short fiction is far from didactic. In fact, it's the opposite. Short stories don't want to help us learn things. They want to help us unlearn things, to see things in ways we aren't used to seeing them. Morals are for fables and bedtime stories. To review, these are the 7 basic elements of fiction we'll use to write about stories in this course: setting, character, conflict, plot, point of view, symbol, and theme. Setting refers to where and when. Character represents a complex, realistic portrait of humanity. Conflict is a result of characters' actions, and it can be physical or emotional. Plot is what happens and how it happens. Point of view refers to the point of view of the narrator. It may be first, second, or third person. Third person may be limited or omniscient. Symbol. Concrete objects represent abstract concepts or ideas. And theme refers to the larger meaning, and it must be stated in a complete sentence. Now, let's move on to part 3 of the lecture for Unit 1, in which we'll review how to put all of these elements to use in your own writing.